Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream. I am Allegra Jackson, and I'm the founder of Women into Networking Win. We are a wonderful nonprofit business networking community with beautiful women entrepreneurs like Miss Chéri here next to me and men who support them. And we have amazing conference coming up. I'm so excited. And y'all have seen all over social media how we've been elevating. You've seen our men's panel, our other speakers. Now you get to meet another panel host and speaker. And Chéri will be bringing something a little bit different to the conference. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her. I'm going to pass the mic over to you, Chéri. Please tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Yes, thank you so much, Allegra. My name is Chéri Allen. I am a master credentialed coach, and I love supporting women in their journeys, especially allowing them to experience their breakthroughs, hopefully before their breakdowns. I focus on the concept of Superwoman Syndrome and Superwoman Schema, and I help to educate us and our community about what that is, how to identify it, and how to eradicate it once and for all. So I'm super excited to have this opportunity to share space and time with you and your audience.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys can hear us really clearly. We're going to be checking some things in the back end because I do see some alerts here from Facebook. But if you're on Facebook, guys, drop a hi, drop a hey. Also, if you're on any other channels, LinkedIn, YouTube, we love to see you and into the conference room, into the conference space. We know that Chéri's going to be bringing some powerful things into that room. Let them know a little bit of what you're going to be bringing to the conference.
Yes, so a couple of things. My feature keynote is on ditching the cape, as the title of my book is. And so I'm going to talk about the framework to actually do that and have that done. And I'd also provide some free copies of my book for those who are interested. I'm also going to host a panel to talk about a topic that's not talked about as much as it should be. And as I've had to go through it myself, I had conversations with my mother, I remember when I was a child, about menopause and perimenopause and what she was going through. But because my mom was so much older, I couldn't understand the full import of that. And she's been gone since I was 38. So now I'm 53 and I'm full in on the experience. So we're going to have a panel to talk about perimenopause and menopause. And the title of that panel is entitled Period, Sis. So I'm looking forward to engaging with my panel members and us having real talk about what we go through and what we grow through as we enter that phase of life.
Period, sis. Okay.
Yes.
Listen, that name was just like it's just giving. And also, guys, listen, it's based on what Chéri is already doing. And I think sometimes we don't lean as much into the real issues, right, that we're having. As women entrepreneurs, like we have some things going on that we probably have to talk about. And it may feel a little bit shameful or embarrassing, or maybe we just don't know what we don't know because our mothers didn't know, right? So being in this room at the conference, I believe because we are bringing all generations in one room, we will now finally get to see what we are all experiencing in our different times, right? Like, and then actually be able to feel safe in a space to have that conversation. Now, we haven't picked the panel speakers yet. So we know that whoever's going to be on that panel, they're going to be very transparent with what they go through as well. What are some of the things that you notice women are maybe a little bit shy about talking about when it comes to perimenopause or menopause?
You know, I think everybody is familiar with, the hot flashes and the mood swings up and down. But there's a whole other side to dealing with brain fog, to dealing with, I can't remember what I was supposed to do 2 seconds before I walked over here, or that project that I'm running, I feel like I'm so behind the 8 ball because I'm having problems keeping all the pieces in my head, and I never had those kind of problems before. The fatigue, we hear about the insomnia, but then what does that insomnia do to you and your productivity in all aspects and domains of your life on a daily basis? It is truly, truly a challenge to function at the peak level of performance that we as divas have always done, and to now try to incorporate this new experience into our life and still stay at the top of our game. The struggle is real. And I don't think we talk about it because we're always still trying to, put up I got it, everything's good, I can handle this, except that we've never handled this before. It's new. And we don't have a playbook for it. And all the symptoms are different. Each one of us, just like DNA, it's all different for every one of us. No one of us experiences all the same things. And so when I started hearing, this was during COVID, various talks on menopause in the workplace and how it's not even talked about in the workplace. But a large majority of women are in the workplace. So how are we doing that disservice to us as women in the workplace, or women running our businesses and having teams and staffs of people who may be going through this but don't feel safe to talk about what's really happening to them and for them as a result of this natural biological phenomenon that we don't have control over.
So I just took a deep breath because I think this can really lead down a path of like, well, I didn't even think about it like that. And we have lots of women that have businesses and big dreams. And so I think having the conversation around that, right? Because it's true. If I have brain fog, and I'm just a little ashamed to say that, yeah, I just can't, I can't remember. I don't know what's going on, right? But having people to understand that about what's going on, it helps, especially if you have a team of staff members, right? Like you said, it's like they're like, what's wrong with her? What are some ways that people, and this is the only other question I have before we give people some information on how to follow you and get in touch with you, but what are some ways that people improve on those things that they feel they're stuck in when it comes to maybe some brain fog or any other things that make them feel shy or embarrassing?
The first thing is self-love and self-acceptance. Embracing the fact that this is a stage of life that is beautiful. Whether you've gone through childbearing ages or not, your body is evolving into its next generation of the best version of itself. And so I think really loving on yourself, increasing in your self-love and self-care practices, all critical components of embracing this phase and not being ashamed of it and just being curious about, oh, what's happening here? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? Oh, I'm emotional. I'm more emotional than normal. And it's not like my cycle. This is different. I remember when my cycle kept skipping and coming, but the first time it skipped, and I know my age, I was like, wait, am I pregnant? And I was like, let me go get some pregnancy tests because this can't be happening. My mom had me at 43, 43, 44 when this was in 72. So I'm thinking, it's possible, so I'm going to get pregnancy tests. I'm like, okay, affirmative, negative. So I was like, oh, I'm starting to miss cycles here and there. And so now, and then you have to be in a whole year of no cycles to actually fully be in process and in progress. And so you learn to understand your body. You still have different emotional ebbs and flows. And if you are in a relationship, it is important to educate not only yourself, but your partner. And your partner can't just give lip service to, oh yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, I think you should watch this. No, boo, I think you should watch this with me. And we should talk about how this shows up for us. I'll tell you this little brief story. I was married for 36 years. And in my 20s, I was always very intuitive and in tune with myself. And I knew how I was. I would say I'll have one good month, one good week a month. I would have, the cycle week, but up to that week was just a little chaotic. The cycle week, exhaustion. After that week, just trying to get out of the fog and get my bearings straight. And then a week that was amazing. So first I started learning how to schedule productivity around the amazing week. So I'd look at my calendar and I'd look at the things I had to do and I'd be like, that's the week I can do those things. This week, not so much. But I used to tell my partner then, I said, I don't think we're going to make it through menopause. Because I could tell by the way I was being handled with my monthly cycle, with what I was getting and what I wasn't getting, with the level of understanding and the level of, it's just. No, it's not just. It's what I'm expressing to you that I need you to hear me on. And, well, I'm in an interesting season right now. I'll leave it at that. But I will say, ladies and the men who say they love their ladies, show them, listen to them, do your own research, and understand this is not by choice. This is not a game. This is not always enjoyable. We can enjoy parts of this, but some parts are not enjoyable. And so if you truly are in a partnership and in a relationship for the long run, hear your girl and listen and be there with them for real. But we'll talk more about that during the panel.
For real. Oh my goodness. So y'all, that touched my heart because as y'all know, I'm getting married and Chéri checked me before we even got on the call. Okay. I am so touched by that because it does give us awareness that we do have to listen to each other. It goes both ways. And, you remind me that we do have a men's panel. So guys, I know y'all watched the sneak peek. Listen, between the men's panel and the power panel here, period, sis, I think that we are healing generations right now, just of not lack of understanding, right? Some men are in generations where, women were handled differently, and we ain't doing that no more. Like, we got to learn today. So I'm really excited about, what is we're learning. We have some amazing people coming, guys. As you can see, Chéri is one of those amazing speakers. Chéri, how can people get in touch with what you do right now? Like, maybe they can't wait till the conference and they're like, I got to get in her space today. Like, what can you offer?
Yes, thedivawhisperer.com. Just ping me there. You can also just send me an email. I check those, and my email is intentional. It is always .at.choice@gmail.com. Always.at.choice@gmail.com, because at every moment of every day of our lives, we are always at choice. Choose wisely.
Listen, I'm over here trying to hurry up and put the doggone. Is that the right website?
Yes, thedivawhisperer.com. Absolutely.
Okay. Making sure I can spell today. So thank you guys. I'm really, really excited. Chéri, thank you so much for being a part of the win, for just being so amazing at what you do. You guys will be able to see this played over and over here on social media. You'll get it in your emails if you're subscribed to the WIN website. And also, guys, I just told Chéri today that, y'all, we got approved for our TEDx licensing. We were hoping that we could bring y'all to the stage this time, but you guys stay tuned because we will actually be having these speakers, not just one time, but we'll be doing multiple things throughout the year. So definitely stay tuned. Chéri, before we get out of here, just one last thing. Can you leave us with a final word of encouragement for anyone who's like, man, that was good, but I need a little bit of extra?
Oh, yes. I'll tie it back to what I was saying about that email, always.at.choice at gmail.com. So it relates to decisions. And remember, I said choose wisely. So the word decide, I want you to just share with me, Allegra, what are some words that end with the suffix CIDE?
Coincide. I don't remember now.
I know, because you got the words are negative. Some of the words are negative. Homicide,
Okay, yeah.
suicide,
Mm-hmm.
pesticide, genocide.
Yes,
Like they all kind of have to do with killing off.
that's true.
So when you think of the word decide and you're thinking about making a decision and you're looking at all the options and you do your analysis and you want to make data-driven decisions and you want to really be thorough, you're killing off any other option that does not serve your purpose, that is not in harmony or in alignment with your values, and you choose wisely. You decide wisely. I'll leave it there. How about that? That's good enough.
That was encouraging. My brain went left, right, and she got me there. I love that. I love that analogy. I'm going to actually think of that today, and I'm going to decide. Okay, what needs to happen. I love that. Thank you so much, Chéri. You are going to bring so much energy and light to the conference. Guys, I want to make sure that you follow Chéri. Okay, make sure that you go on all her social channels. Also visit the website, and then we want to see you at the conference in person so we can give you a huge hug. Just remember, transformation, it starts with a decision, right? And it ends for me with a choice. So I love so much of what you brought to the table, and we will see all of you later. Have an amazing day.
Thank you.